Paul Jameson, and I'm running for the chair of the Fairfax County Democratic Committee. First off, let me ask a question. What is the most relevant experience for chairing a Democratic committee? I think that the most relevant experience is actually having successfully chaired a Democratic committee. I've now been a district chair for 6 years, and I'm ready to take it to the county level. I joined FCDC in 2010. In 2011, I was elected chair of the Providence District Democratic Committee. I very much enjoyed my 6 years as the Providence District Chair. We've more than doubled our membership since I became chair, and we've done better each year in getting out the vote. I think we've done a good job of making the committee an effective organization. Right, Providence? Feel free to ask any questions. So while I've been around it for a few cycles, I've gotten an idea of how FCDC works. And I have come to the conclusion that FCDC could use a bit of shaking up. I say this even though we had a very good year. We elected Karen Zamara by an impressive margin in August. We elected Ralph Norton, Justin Fairfax, and Mark Herring by even more impressive margins in Fairfax County. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. We were lucky in our opponents. 4 years ago, having the far-right Ken Cuccinelli and the nutty E.W. Jackson as opponent helped boost Democratic turnout and led to a number of Republicans choosing to stay home. This year, having Donald Trump as president had the same effect. We may not be so lucky next time. And next year, we'll go up against a very tough opponent in the 10th Congressional District. So despite our successes, we are going to need to up our game. More specifically, we are going to need to use what I like to call the 3 E's of empower, energize, and elect. Empower. How many here canvassed for the coordinated campaign this year? So you all know the typical drill. The field organizer calls you and says, we're about to canvass this year, this weekend. Where do you ask? Well, it hasn't been decided yet, you're told. So you get to the station location, you grab a walk pack that you have no idea how it's put together, and off you go. You go knock on doors and talk to those who answer and leave lit behind for those who don't. And you never see that neighborhood again. Rinse and repeat. You were not empowered. The way the coordinated campaign, and frankly the way any other campaign that comes through here does it, is the second best solution. It's designed for areas in which there was very little organization in place, and they had to kind of start from scratch. That does not apply in Fairfax County. In Fairfax, we know that a robust precinct organization can do it better than any typical coordinated campaign model. A robust precinct organization means that the precinct captain can recruit volunteers from within the precinct. The precinct captain knows how to cut turf, and can have volunteers who own certain neighborhoods. And they get to know their voters. They can go back and knock on doors that weren't answered the first or second time, and know when they don't need to knock on a door again. FCDC has the ability to achieve this level of organization. We have it in Providence, and I'd like to lead FCDC in this effort by empowering individuals. Energize. We want FCDC membership to be both fun and fulfilling. We want to energize members to increase their participation in FCDC activities. We'd like to make these meetings more interesting as well. We also want to energize FCDC by bringing in more new people. 2 of my proudest achievements as a member of the steering committee, first, were to push for the ability to have membership applications online. And second, to draft the reorganization resolution last time so that there were no membership limits after reorganization. This came in very handy in 2016 when we had a surge of new energized members. It would have sent the wrong message to have had to turn it away because of membership limits. But on the other hand, I can't tell you how many times I've heard from people who have quit FCDC or stopped being active because of the disrespect they've seen around here. We've all seen it. FCDC members tearing down other members creates the opposite of energizing. I want to be clear. If I hear an FCDC member bad-mouthing another FCDC member, I will call you out. A culture in which that sort of thing is the norm is not acceptable. The third E is elect. Of course, the reason we go through all this is in order to elect Democrats. But why do we want to elect Democrats? We want to elect Democrats in order to advance democratic values. At their core, democratic values come down to the greatest good for the greatest number, with dignity for all. This is worth working to achieve. This is in stark contrast to Republican values, which have simply devolved down to the transfer of wealth from the many to the few. When the power of the Democratic Party is from the grassroots on up, we can focus better on those values, and that's what I'd like to do. Let me add one more E to my theme: experience. As I mentioned at the beginning, I've been a district chair for 6 years now. As a district chair, I very much appreciate the challenges of chairing the district committee. As FCDC chair, I pledge to work closely with the district chairs. I will see to it that you get all the support that you need. So I hope that all of you have rejoined FCDC by now, or I'll do so in the next 2 days before the deadline. And I hope that you will elect me to be your next chair. Together, we can build on our strengths. Together, we can so strongly organize FCDC that we will truly be a force to be reckoned with in Virginia. Together, we can advance democratic values. Thank you.